I'd say the peak of my musical career came in 8th grade. That was the year that I was the first chair baritone. Little inside secret, there was only 2 of us, so it wasn't real hard. I'll never forget our instructor or wrangler or whatever you might want to call her. Her name was Miss Beverly. Miss Bev, we'd call her. It was so incredible to me to see how she would get so many of us playing all these different instruments and doing all these different things to get on the same page. It was remarkable. I don't know if you've hung out with a middle schooler lately, but I'm going to tell you what, to get them just in one accord is pretty remarkable. There's a scripture that comes to mind when I think about, taking 2 things or a group of things that seem to be contrary and getting them to just live in peace or work in harmony. It's in Isaiah 11, it's verses 7 to 10. I'll read it for you. It says, "The cow and the bear shall graze. Their young ones shall lie down together. The lion shall eat straw, just like the ox. The nursing child shall play by the cobra's hole, and the weaned child shall put his hand in the viper's den. Then they shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, because the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord, just as like the waters cover the sea. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, who shall stand as a banner to the people, for the Gentiles shall seek him, and his resting place shall be glorious." I love the imagery of the scripture. I love the fact that it's taking these things that just seem to be, forces that are in conflict with each other. Clean animals, unclean animals, predator, prey, things that otherwise shouldn't be in the same situation together, living in harmony. And the reason I bring that up is because as the scriptures go down, as it goes on a little further, it comes to the point where we talk about the root of Jesse. And we know, just from our understanding of the Bible, that that's Jesus. Jesus is from the line of Jesse. Jesse had David. David was a predecessor of so many generations of Jesus Christ. And when he talks about Jesse here, it says, "And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, who shall stand as a banner to the people." And so the scriptures point to Jesus as this Messiah, this anointed one, who brings together in harmony the natural and the spiritual, the heavenly and the earthly, in ways that no one else has really done. Now, we've seen some amazing people in the faith. You look at Hebrews 12, and you look at the Hall of Faith, where it talks about these giants in the faith. There's some incredible people among them. None of them can get themselves out of the shadow of Jesus, though. He just did it so remarkably. And what's so powerful about this is that when we get to Jesus and this like synthesis of the spiritual and the natural, we see in him the bodily form of heaven and earth coming together, the natural and the spiritual coming together. In the Old Testament, we saw the tabernacle. It was a tent that had the presence of the Lord in it, and it traveled with everybody, but they had to take it down, they had to set it up. Solomon then later on builds the temple. It's a building. So it went from a tent to a building, and then in Jesus Christ, this holy place, this marriage of the natural and the spiritual comes together in Jesus in a way that's unprecedented, very different. And the reason that this really stands out is because it's as though Jesus in his life and in his ministry says, "I want you to watch what I do here so that you can do it yourself." And in fact, we know the scriptures say that Jesus was the firstborn among many brethren. And so this marriage of natural and spiritual in Jesus becomes an archetype for us, something that we're supposed to pursue after and fulfill in our lives. That's exactly what the scriptures call us to do, to grow in maturity and marry our natural and spiritual lives together in a way that helps us to live in a supernatural fashion. It's as if the composer creates a harmony, gets everything working, shows us exactly how to do it, and then he hands us the wand. Today, as I encourage you in this, is that God he's giving us that opportunity. The fulfillment, the like actualization of our life as a Christian is where we bring those things together in our lives. That's when we really look like the sons and the daughters in the earth. And so maybe today we just take a page from Jesus, absolutely, but also maybe from Mrs. Bev, who took all of these things that seem to be at odds with one another in that middle school band room and put them together. This is for you. Trying to make sense of conflicting things, trying to understand how you can live above your natural inclinations. This is for you. And so today I want to bless you and encourage you in your pursuits, and to let you know that the same God that got everything in harmony from Genesis 1:1 is doing the same thing in you. Be encouraged and be blessed today.